Hi, you're with Amelie here. I've just been exercising in my living room. You see, I'm red-faced and ready to share my insights with you around Jupiter opposed to Uranus. I want to give a little context. This happens every 14 or so years, and historically has been tracked and really researched to be a time where great innovations and technologies occur in culture, in society. Jupiter was going retrograde in Libra throughout most of 2017, so this was a longer cycle, 8 months, and it kind of packs a little bit more of a punch. Often these are times when larger movements and waves will occur inside of the collective. So how's this important? And let's look at the energies we're dealing with. Uranus, the revolutionary, is inside of the third gene key in Aries. And the third gene key is moving from the shadow of chaos to the gift of innovation and the city of innocence. And my read on this is that Uranus is shaking up the anchors that we cling to and really that hold us in to our safety zone. The evolutionary impulse wants to change, adapt, and grow, and constantly outgrow what it has been. And it's almost like there's this movement occurring inside of us where what we've been kind of entrenched inside of is being asked to we're being asked to break free of those things. So the inquiry here is, what are the anchors that really hold you? And Uranus right now is shaking up these anchors and asking you to actually grow into a new space, almost in the gift sense. It's giving this high mind electrical breakthrough intelligence to perhaps tap into some of the innovations that are here for your life to make. It can happen very rapid with Uranus, so let it change you. But we meet the discomfort of where we cling and where it's actually really scary to let go of what we know. Oh my God. But when we face into that, and at this time we have this energy, this kind of trajectory to take ourselves out of the density of the karmas. So let's go to Jupiter, because Jupiter's playing, it feels like such a powerful role. In my consciousness right now, I've been tracking Jupiter as the role of the teacher, and the teachings and the knowings that we come to know through teachings and the teachers that pass down lineages of information and wisdom, and seeing how in the paradigm that we've been inside of, there's this tendency to get caught in the teacher or the teaching. Like there's the knowing is like this hook that gets us caught to not continue to grow and move, where actually the teacher and the teaching is just pointing us to that place inside of us. So here, do this move, and you're gonna discover what that was for you. Why did you need to do that? What did you feel? Are you breaking free of some specific thing in you? What is the transmission inside of you that's coming alive? That's what the teachings and the wisdom lineages are passing down, are the codes and the doorways that people have used throughout the ages to unlock their own intelligence, their own mastery, their own self-teacher. So Jupiter feels like it's in this journey with Uranus, being given the opportunity to break through and innovate in its own capacity to teach at a level of direct transmission and let it move through the being. So let's look at the gene key of where Jupiter is. It's in Libra, and it's in the 50th gene key that moves from the shadow of corruption to the gift of equilibrium and the city of harmony. So how has the paradigm, and I call it a religious paradigm, simply to show the deep kind of dogmatic beliefs that entrench us and tie us to wisdom and teachings of awakening. And so corruption carries the deep codes, like the viruses inside of like our karma, and where we get like ingrained into them. So where have the teachings been corrupted? And where has the place where we access our own inner teacher just been buried inside of our own heaviness and weight? So Uranus breaking us through, and the gift of equilibrium is all about continuing to come back to center. So it's like someone offers me wisdom or a move or a teaching, and I'm following a certain lineage. I take that and I bring it back to center. And when I bring it back to center, then I claim it as my own. It's mine. It comes awaken me. It's actually turning me on from the inside, which is the goal and the mission, is to come awake, come alive, potentiate. So the nature of self-organizing intelligence, it seems to be showing us how the self-teacher wants to weave into the mandala of beings who are all awakening to this. And how do we come together in groups, with this capacity to all be leaders and self-teachers in our own way, and then listen, be receptive. The third gene key is also about remaining porous and open to being influenced by people outside of yourself. So this learning of stay open, be led well, like allow someone's wisdom to carry you, and then weave it back into self. Have it as the way you discover that inner knowing. Maybe it's the discernment that that's not true for you and you need to learn what is your wisdom. But then coming back, we constantly create this trust that we can actually trust each other in power. And that's the thread that I feel like this Jupiter-Uranus opposition, we're still finishing the story of what it is to have Pluto square to these energies generally in Capricorn. And after this many years of the Uranus-Pluto square, Aries and Capricorn, that this Aries-Libra opposition with Uranus and Jupiter is part of the intelligence of what we've learned, what we've cultivated from that deep passage of learning how to balance the powers that be. Capricorn, the society, we've been watching Pluto waking up to challenging the powers, like who's got the power, and this this battle for power because it's scarce and you gotta fight for it, and it's just inside of us, and we're waking up to it inside of us, and we're just needing to learn. So once we dive into that frequency, that inner frequency of self, then we can emanate with the creative, adapting, changing, what wants to come alive in me. I notice that in my journey, the teachings come to me through the interface with that which is in the way. So I feel the resistance, I feel the lethargy, I feel the disbelief or whatever it is, that pushes against this inner pressure of breaking free and turning on and expressing my creative energy. And so when I go there and I meet myself and I move my body and I meditate and I allow something to express past a limit, I'm learning, I'm growing, and I'm adapting as an individual. So the suffering, the pain, the resistance, the yuck is this beautiful torque that allows us, that pushes us to pop through and find out what's on the other side of that unknowing, which is the miraculous, spontaneous expression of your creativity and the evolutionary impulse as it's wanting to through you, specifically as you. Yeah, change can be scary. Because what is coming through, you might just not be able to predict it. And you know, if your worthiness is tied up in that, then yeah, it might be scary. Well, I'm gonna say that again. Change has been scary. And I think once we cultivate enough, and there's people that are probably watching this that are like, yeah, I'm actually at the place where I've cultivated enough to trust it, to feel safe in it, because when I drop back into my energy, I'm there, and I'm always there, and I'm always taking that next step, and I've never actually left. So may we have rhythm with our unwinding. May we offer ourselves to ourselves enough of the time to cultivate an inner fertilization and strength. So that's my message for today. Hope you enjoy the moment and utilize Jupiter, Uranus. Touch in, see what they have for you. They're alive, they're living archetypal energy that are guiding us more deeply into ourselves. So, bless the journey. Much love.